I know it's funny watching you and Annie start off on the YouTube video because everybody can hear you talking like this back and forth.
Like now, we are live. Hi everyone, welcome to the webinar. We're gonna wait just a couple minutes to make sure people are jumping on. Stephanie and I'll jump into everything after that. But we're gonna just give it like another minute or so. It does show me when people start showing up on it, how many viewers there are. No pressure. There's 60. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be awesome.
That would be pretty awesome.
Look, see, and I have my Shalene with me and my Autumn.
What's with all your bobbleheads?
And Tony Ford.
Where do you get these bobbleheads?
They used to do
Beachbody.com site?
They used to do them for Success Club prizes. Stephanie's like, what?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, they used to come for Success Club prizes. So, all right. I see we have 2 viewers on, so we're just going to give it like another minute. I'm going to pull up the presentation just to make sure that we have it up and ready to go. 1 second, I got to open it. That would probably be my smartest. I'll be right. All right. Sorry. Down in my laundry room. So, all right. Let me screen share, and then we are going to jump into this. So you can mute yourself, Stephanie, and we will get going. Hi, everyone. Welcome to tonight's What is Beachbody Coaching webinar. Stephanie and I are super excited to share with you guys our stories. Stephanie is a coach on my team. I'll introduce her in a little while after I tell my story. But we're just excited to share with you guys our stories and then also give you the basics on coaching. So we're going to jump right into things so we don't waste any of your night. So let me scooch over here. So hopefully, Stephanie, unmute yourself if you don't see stuff. Once again, my name is Shawn. I've been a Beachbody coach since March of 2014. My years are starting to blend together. I've been a coach for a couple years. I think it was 2013. And I didn't actively start coaching till September. So it's actually my 2-year anniversary this month of when I actually started helping people and actively coaching. I am going to give you a little bit more background on my story, though, and how exactly I got to that point to actually even coaching. So I always struggled with my weight, but this story would take hours if I started way back then. But I was never the skinniest. I always struggled with unhealthy eating. I was never big on exercising, very athletic. But I did get into pretty good shape right before I got married. I did that whole push, running on the treadmill like a crazy person and eating really low calories, thinking that was smart, to get all slim and trim for my wedding dress. And I got married in 2004 to my college sweetheart, Pat. And right after we got married, we fell into some pretty bad newlywed habits, I'll call it. We both worked full-time jobs. We both don't like to cook. So we would come home. Well, we wouldn't come home. We'd go out to eat for dinner. We'd come home. We'd sit on the couch and watch TV. Neither of us were working out or exercising. And we would be watching TV at night and eating ice cream. And I love candy. And we would just be eating junk food. And I started to put on some weight. I then got pregnant and had my first child in 2007. It's a picture of us. As I can almost see the weight gain already. And I obviously just had a baby. So, but I had gained some weight up to that point, and we had Grace, and that's when I really started to struggle with my weight, was after I had kids. I was struggling with, I just thought I had baby blues. I thought I was a really sad new mom. I didn't think I was a good mom, and I was just really struggling with all of it. I was fighting with my husband all the time, and I was crying and sleeping a lot, and I was turning to food and all of this. So while Grace was little, every single time I was sad or she was sad, I would reach into the cupboard and eat some food. And so I started to gain weight there at about when she was 6 months old. My husband put his foot down, basically said, you either get help or our marriage needs to take some type of break. And so I got help, obviously, and I was diagnosed with postpartum depression, pretty bad, and I went to counseling. And I immediately started to feel, not immediately, but I started to feel better after another month or 2 of counseling and getting support. But I didn't really give up any of those unhealthy habits. So I continued to gain weight. I had 3 kids in 6 years. This is a family picture of us after, I think our son was like a month old there, but I went from about 180 pounds, and I was actually, I remember I was 330 pounds the day I had Elijah, my youngest. I remember going into the hospital and stepping on the scale and then weighing me and just being like, what happened? Like, I knew I'd been gaining weight over all of those years, but there was just like this light bulb moment of like, what have I done to myself? And it was tough. I was a new stay-at-home mom after I had him paying for daycare and before and after school care for our daughter. It just didn't make sense for me to work anymore. And the stressful job that I was in, I wasn't happy. I obviously wasn't happy with the way I looked, but I wasn't happy with my job. And so we decided I'd stay at home, which was a financial burden to our family because we did count on my income. But we made it work. We had a lot of debt, but we kind of just decided that we would take the dive and figure it out as we went. But it was a bad time in our life. I was very depressed. I went through some postpartum anxiety with Elijah, not the depression, but this time just feeling anxious all the time, and not really feeling like I could do anything. I was pretty much housebound a lot. I didn't go to my daughter's school events, which I completely regret. Her kindergarten year, I was not a present parent at all. My family would go on walks and I would sit in the house because, well, walking exhausted me, but on top of it, I didn't have anything to wear. I wasn't comfortable with the way I looked, so even walking down the street was embarrassing to me. I didn't go to family events. It was the lowest point of my life. Me and my husband fought all the time. Neither of us were healthy. Neither of us were happy. And I felt like I was stuck in this life. And I remember sleeping, like laying down in bed at night and just like praying to God that I could change my life. Like something would change my life. And I would just lay there crying every single night. And so it was a very low point in my life. And I knew something had to change. This picture of me and my son, he was, I think, 2 months old here. But when he was 6 months old, I happened to be on Facebook one night, of course, scrolling Facebook, and I saw a video by a local Beachbody coach who had lost 60 pounds doing Chalene Extreme and Shakeology, and I was so inspired by her story. She talked about how she had postpartum depression. We're actually very different, me and her, in looks and everything, but there was something about her story, and this is what I love about coaching and everything, is there's something about her story and the way that she shared it that I connected to it, and I thought, I want to do that too. I remember her saying at the end of the video, it's saying that she was finally the mom she always wanted to be, that she had the energy to enjoy her daughter and to enjoy life, and I thought, I want that to be me. So I watched the video like 6, 7, 8 times, and I cried over and over, and my husband was used to crying, but he was looking at me like I was crazy, and I said, I'm going to do this. Buy Chalene Extreme and Shakeology. We don't have the money. We had to put it on a credit card, but I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm going all in. I'm going to change things. And he was like, He was supportive. He was not very happy about me spending the money, but he was supportive. But he also, I think, I tried so many other things to lose weight before. I just don't know if he really, believed that I was going to do it that time, but I committed 100%. Came in the mail and I dove right in. I did the workouts. I ate healthier. I did not eat perfect. I hate vegetables. And so that was a struggle for me. I drank my Shakeology every single day for breakfast. I did not miss a day. And I saw changes in my first month. I lost weight. I felt better. I had more energy. I was happier with myself. I had more confidence. And overall, I just felt, I don't know, I just started to feel like myself again, like the old Shawn, the one before gaining all the weight. And that was just a month in. It's just crazy what you can accomplish. I always tell people, do a month. So if you're watching this and you want to get healthy, do a month. But I kept going. I mean, after my first 3 months, I was a coach. I did sign up to be a coach, but only to get the discount. I didn't even know you could coach. I didn't quite understand what it was. I just thought they sold workout programs and Shakeology, and that was it. So I didn't realize that you could actually coach. And so I just signed up for the discount to save money every single month. Every penny counted, and I knew when I was going all in that I was committed and I was going to drink it every month, the Shakeology. But I kept going. I lost 82 pounds in my first 6 months. As you can see in these pictures, it's pretty crazy. Love Chalene Extreme. I did add in some running in my second round instead of doing the cardio with the program. But besides that, I followed the program pretty much to a T. And after I had my 6 months results, I shared them with my coach, and she convinced me to share them on Facebook. And a couple people came out of the woodwork and were like, what are you doing? And they asked about buying Chalene Extreme and, Shakeology. And I sold like 2 or 3 things. I think my mom bought something from me, bless her heart. But that was about it. I wasn't really actively coaching. I started to do a like page to share more of my journey. But that was about it. I wasn't doing challenge groups, but I kept going with my health and fitness, and having a like page and having the coaching kind of be out there helped with me having some accountability. But I kept going. And after a year, I had done a whole bunch of different programs, including 21 Day Fix, T25, P90X, and Chalene Extreme. And I had lost 120 pounds on my 1 year anniversary. So I felt like a completely different person. I'm now, 2.5 years out from that, still over 100 pounds. I got up to like 140 pounds down, and I fluctuate between 100 pounds down and 140 pounds down. Love to lose the last 40, 50 pounds. But being healthy is a battle for me. It always will be. I mean, I obviously feel like a completely different person, and I'm so happy about where I am health-wise, and I will continue to work at it. But my goal isn't really just a goal weight or goal size anymore. It's about being healthy and happy, and I've accomplished that. So as long as I'm doing that, I feel like I've accomplished the goals that I wanted. And also with the coaching part of it, so I kept coaching and I started doing challenge groups and I started doing support, and then all of a sudden something snapped in my head and I thought, I want to do this. I love this. I'm passionate about it. I love what it's done for me with my health and fitness. I want to share this with every single person I know and I care about. So I started to, and I've had a lot of success as a coach. I've built my own team. 1-star diamond coach now, which means not only am I having success, but my coaches are having success. Our team, Extreme Inspiration, I think is over 150, 160 coaches now on the team. And quite honestly, I couldn't be more proud of what we accomplished by helping other people. But getting healthy and being a coach not only like transformed my health, but has transformed so many other things in my life. And that takes me to why I love it. So I'll break down for you guys what some of my biggest reasons why coaching has been such a good thing in my life personally. First and foremost, the health part of it and the accountability. Having a like page, being out there as a coach, some people would say scary. I think it's amazing. I think it's awesome because I have so much support and accountability out there from everyone in my challenge groups, my coaching team, just my friends and family in general. People know that health and fitness is a big thing to me, so it helps me stay on track because it is not always easy. And even when I have my ups and downs, I'm very honest and out there about it, and I have the support of people behind me to get back at it. So number one, it's helped me to be healthy because that's made everything else in my life better. I'm a better mom and wife by being a coach. It keeps me busier. So you're probably like, how's that possible? I already have running around 3 kids. My husband works full time, but he's very supportive. And I feel like he gets how happy it makes me. I think if I didn't even make a penny, he just sees how happy it makes me to help other people and support them. And the income part of it has obviously been very helpful to our family too. But I have more energy for my kids. I feel like when I'm with them, I'm present with them, but I have like these connections, messaging with people at night and connecting with my coaches and doing things like this, that I wake up in the morning and I'm ready to be a mom again, just mom. And then I'm ready to start back to being a coach. So I get to do both of those things and be a more balanced mom and wife. The financial freedom part of it is kind of crazy. My family, we were $50,000 in debt when we started all of this, and debt-free as of this month. So it's kind of a crazy thing to put out in the universe. Now we can start saving for a home and retirement and all that kind of stuff. But we were buried in debt. We were suffocating by it. And I would sit at the table crying. I told my coaches this the other day. And it blows my mind now to think that it didn't happen overnight and it took hard work. And it's not all about the money, but at the same time, this is a business, and it's pretty amazing that this stay-at-home mom who got healthy has now helped her whole family find freedom too financially. So it's a humongous change in our lives that just makes me feel so free. New friendships. I love the friendships I've built. I'm going to hear from Stephanie in a minute. I would have never met her probably without this. A lot of my coaches are some of my closest family. And my challengers, some of my challengers have been with me for 2 years now, but I didn't have a lot of friends before this because of having 5 years of hating myself. And now being able to share this experience with so many people and have so many new friendships is pretty amazing. And then I love helping other people. I'll leave it at that. It's the most amazing feeling in the whole world to get a message from someone. My inbox is sometimes full of people telling me that they've lost weight or their life has changed because of getting healthy, or how financially coaching is helping them. everything. It's just like the best thing in the whole world. Like, do I really get paid to do this? I think in my head sometimes, because it's such an amazing feeling to help so many people in different ways. So Stephanie is going to jump on next, and I just want to introduce her quick. Stephanie and I met through a mutual friend on Facebook, and it took a little while for Stephanie to jump into the coaching gig, which I'm sure she's going to share with you soon, but she is amazing. She has a crazy life, and she makes this coaching work for her. I tell her all the time, and I'm sure she doesn't probably believe me, but it's so true. She inspires the heck out of me. Especially with the way that she shares on Facebook and how committed she is to helping other people. So I'm excited for her to share with you next. So you can unmute yourself, Steph.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Okay, so I'm going to mute.
Hi, everybody.
You're up.
Okay. Well, like Sean said, and the reason I started coaching with Sean was because I can relate to her on many levels. Like she said, when you find somebody whose story clicks with your life, it just kind of goes from there. But I was also one of the heavier kids growing up. You can see there in the picture that I am the second oldest of 9 kids. Me and a fellow coach were chatting earlier, and it's kind of funny because we both said in our families, you either have a great metabolism or you don't. And that kind of is the same situation in my family. You either can eat whatever you want and you're good, or you have to work really hard at being healthy. And I was one of the ones that had to work really hard at being healthy. And there's a picture of me back in school. I was always active, playing sports. We're a big outdoor family, camping, water sports, hiking, biking, etc. So there was never really a lack of activity, but my nutrition was never really on key. I had an older sister who I always thought was so gorgeous, and then all of my best friends who never seemed to struggle with their weight, in my eyes at least. And so I had a lot of self-confidence issues internally that I dealt with growing up. It led to a lot of bad choices and mistakes in my teen years, and even into my 20s. Go ahead, Sean, you can change the slide. When I went off to college and wasn't an athlete anymore, like I said, my nutrition was the bigger problem that I didn't even realize was a problem at this point. I met my husband, as you can see in the picture, and my best friend. And not only going off to college and not being active, but second semester freshman year, settling into a long-term relationship. You have, Sean and I were talking before the webinar, an enabler, somebody that you're like, yeah, let's just go out to eat, let's buy some candy and watch a movie in. And when you're in a relationship, they talk about those comfort pounds. So not only did I gain the freshman 15, but being in a relationship right away, I put on some weight for that too. And I wasn't crazy out of weight by the time I graduated college, but I wasn't healthy either. I'd actually purchased my first, and I'll talk about this a little later, my first Beachbody program in college, but again, hadn't even heard of what a coach was at that point. And so for me, my weight really came on towards the end, towards the end of our dating relationship. By the time we got married and started talking about having kids, that's kind of where it got bad. After we got married, it was a couple of years before we got pregnant, and I miscarried twins at about 8 weeks. And that was emotionally difficult. But my response at that point was, if it was my health that was the reason the pregnancy didn't make it, that I would get healthy in turn in order to try again. So I started going to the gym on a regular basis and tried eating healthy according to what I thought was healthy. And I lost maybe 10, 20 pounds before we got pregnant again with Jonah. And when I got pregnant with Jonah, had a lot of unhealthy influence telling me I could eat whatever I wanted now. and do whatever I wanted because I was pregnant. And so I did. Got into some really, really bad eating habits, chocolate, sweet tooth, fast food, pizza, you name it. I was eating it all the time. I got up to about 230 some pounds before I gave birth to Jonah. And I unfortunately am the type of person that does not lose the baby weight afterwards. I lost his 8 pounds and 7 ounces, and that was it. So over the course of the year, the next year, I had lost maybe another 20 some pounds, but not a lot. And we actually found out we were pregnant with Lydia when Jonah was about 14 months old. Jonah was 14 months old. And I knew at that point, being as overweight as I was, that I had to be pretty careful with how much weight I gained the second time around. And I was more cautious, but not as cautious as I probably should have been, and bumped right back up to 230 before I gave birth to Lydia. And I guess my breaking point really was beginning of this year. Lydia was born December of 2014, and I had a goal in January, of course, New Year's resolution, to run every day. I have some friends who have been running for thousands of days straight, and I was like, I can do that. Yeah, right. I am not that much of a runner. Missed a couple days, and my personality, after missing a couple days, I just kind of quit. It wasn't until about February that I realized how much I was not the mom I wanted to be. I was either sitting on my chair in the living room playing with my son in one spot, or I was sitting on the floor in the living room playing with my son in one spot. And as busy as my son is, that was not going to cut it. It was really difficult for me to, as active as I used to be when I was younger, to look at myself with my son and not be able to fly him around the room like a superhero, or get up and kick the soccer ball around, or play hokey pokey, whatever it was. And that's kind of where I was like, something needs to change. So I attempted at that point to start Insanity again. Go ahead, Sean, you can change the slide. Making small changes here and there. So starting to cut food out of our cupboards and our fridge that I knew should not be in the house. It was, and still is, a huge mental battle for me, nutrition-wise. I have to remind myself to make choices that make myself proud, not ones that are going to make me regret the choice immediately afterwards. And I have to remind myself what food I'm putting in my body and why I'm doing that almost constantly. It takes a lot of focus and a lot of energy. But it started small, and I made a lot of mistakes in the very beginning, and I still make mistakes now. But I did not make it very far in Insanity before I came across Sean on Facebook through an old high school friend who had actually signed up to coach with her. Saw one of her posts and was inspired, and I had purchased the 3-day Refresh in Shakeology. Again, it took me a little bit to commit to the price of that. We live on a very tight budget, with me being a stay-at-home mom to 2 kids. We were not going to be able to afford childcare with my income working at a hotel at the time, and my husband working full-time. And so I stayed home, which again is a financial sacrifice. And so we had to push a couple bills in order for me to make that purchase, that initial purchase. And I did not drink the shake regularly. I only made it halfway through the 3-day Refresh, 3 days, and I made it a day and a half. Even after a day and a half, though, my body responded differently to food. It responded the way it was supposed to food, and that was still a help. And it actually wasn't until mid-May. Sean continued to check in on me and ask me how I was doing and try to support me. It wasn't until mid-May, after having done some challenge groups and tried a 3-day sneak peek coaches group with Sean, and Sean asking me constantly, you know, you're really good at this. You've got what it takes to share your journey and share this opportunity with other people. Would you consider coaching? That I thought to myself, I need to one day soon, find some way to make income from home. I'd like to, so I could stay home with my kids. And this just might be the opportunity for me. So mid-May this year, I signed up to coach, having already bought a challenge pack, and kind of just went all in. I did the training maybe 3 times. It's a 2-week training course that we have with our team, very hands-on supported training, and I did it 3 times to make sure I knew what I was doing. Let's see, make sure I'm just talking here, not even following my notes. Go ahead, Sean, you can move the slide again. I did it for accountability when I signed up in May, because I was so sporadic with my workouts and my nutrition, that I told Sean I needed accountability. I needed all eyes on me if I was going to be successful in my own health and fitness. I am very much the type of personality that hides everything. I hide my emotional eating. I hide my stress eating. I hide my binge eating. And I've told other people this, and I'll say this now because I can be honest about it. Being honest is the only way I've been able to be successful. I don't even know if I've told my husband about this, and he's right here behind me, so he'll hear it now. There were times where we'd have a bag of, like a full-size bag of peanut M&Ms in the house, and I'd finish the last half of them that were there from the night before watching a movie, and I'd be so embarrassed about it that I'd go out and buy another bag of peanut M&Ms, dump half of them in the garbage, so that it seemed like there was nothing missing. That's how bad my eating problems were. And so with eating problems that severe, I have a lot of struggle still to overcome. I've come a long way. But accountability is where I started with my coaching. And from there, after seeing the changes in myself and other people being inspired by my changes, I realized how much I could help others accomplish the same. I have more energy now than I have ever had in my entire life. The ability to not only play with my 2-year-old, extremely busy, active son, but want to be even more active than he is a huge difference from where I was before. I have more self-confidence. My relationship with my husband has improved. He might say slightly improved, but improved from where it was when I was at my lowest low. I am happier, and I am actually excited about what is to come. We actually own our own landscaping company on the side right now. My husband works full-time otherwise to provide for us right now. But our idea with starting a landscaping company is, one, my husband is fantastic at it, and it's his passion, and that's what he's done for the last 15, 20 years. And it's a type of job that once it gets off the ground can carry us into retirement, and maybe even pass it down to our children one day. And for me, one of my dreams and goals with coaching is to reach the point financially where not only we can live debt-free and have financial freedom in that aspect, but I can support us enough so that we can take our landscaping company off the ground debt-free as well, not having to take out business loans or rely on friends and family for help anymore in order to accomplish our goals on that end, and so that my husband can quit his factory job and be happy with what he does. So that's one of my dreams and goals, besides my own health and fitness and others' health and fitness and happiness in this. And yeah, that's my coaching journey. Oh, Sean, that was my future slide. There we go.
Shoot,
So
I'm
you can go
sorry.
ahead.
I was so caught up in your story. I didn't even know that there was like another slide.
No, me either. Like I said, I was just talking versus following my notes. So
Which is good because it's from your heart. Well, thank you, Stephanie, for sharing. You just said the M&M thing, and hello, welcome to my world. I totally did that too. So I'm completely on base with you. My husband does know.
well, he does now if he didn't know before.
Now he knows. But yeah, thank you for sharing. And I'm going to jump into the presentation part of this. I just love her. I love you, Stephanie. She, quite honestly, I just have never met a person who's just so transparent about not being perfect and being okay with sharing that with people. And so I think a lot of people struggle with that, me included. And that's why I think people connect with you, is because, let's be completely honest, none of us are perfect. So now we're going to go into, I like the story part of it, but we're going to go into the basics because this is the stuff that a lot of you want to know. So I'm going to dive right in and tell you a little bit more about coaching and Beachbody. So who is Beachbody? If you don't know who they are yet, they are the #1 at-home workout program. So they've done like the ones that mostly are known now are like 21 Day Fix, T25, Size is the new one that just came out, but they do a ton of different workout programs. They started with P90X. They also do Shakeology, which I'll talk about in a minute. They do workout apparel, supplements, basically anything that's health and fitness related. Beachbody has something connected to it. Something that they do is really cool is they do rewards for people who submit their results. I love that. And they reward their coaches. But like my Aunt Barb just won $1,500 for her transformation. So it's pretty cool. They do different gifts and things for people for basically getting healthy, which is awesome. They do infomercials. Beachbody is basically everywhere. If you turn on an infomercial station, you're going to see Shaun T on there, or Chalene Johnson, or Autumn. So you're going to see all those different trainers and the different workout programs they do. And then another thing they have is they have us independent coaches. So coaches who are there to help and support, who are just real people wanting to help their friends and family have success with their health and fitness goals. Just a quick screenshot so you can see all the different programs. One of the things I love to point out that makes me so passionate about this is that they had a workout program for me at 340 pounds. They have a workout program for me now. They have a workout program for my Aunt Barb, who's in her 50s. They have a workout program for my 19-year-old cousin. They have everything you could think of, all ages, all, both genders, everything. So they have lots and lots of different programs to help people find success. So if somebody comes to me, I know I'm going to be able to find something that can help them get their exercise in and get healthy. Shakeology is a huge piece of Beachbody, and it's because they've honestly put so much research and time into making sure that they have created a program or created something that's going to help people on the nutrition end of things. And for someone like me, I do not like to eat healthy, but even people who do like to eat healthy are usually nutrient deficit. So you're not getting enough nutrients in your day from your regular food because it's just pretty much impossible to get all the nutrients that you need in vitamins. So this super shake, as we call it, superfood shake, is basically, it's not a protein shake. It is actually there to replace a whole meal and give you, like it says right here, 23 vitamins and minerals. I always think it's so funny, has all this list of everything that's in it, and I always kind of cringe a little because I don't like a lot of these things, but it tastes so good. I've been drinking chocolate for 2.5 years now. My husband's been drinking it for 2 years, and my kids also drink it. Pediatrician was over the moon excited for them to drink it. So it helps me with my energy, food cravings. It basically helps me stay on track, and it's just a good, quick, healthy meal. Crazy life, a lot of us like to skip meals and then we binge on unhealthy food. So this is something to give you that food that you need in a really quick just shake and that you're done with. So it is a huge piece of what Beachbody does. So who are coaches? Coaches are tons of different things, but a lot of times coaches are people who want a discount. We like the Shakeology, but we want to save some money. We like the workout programs. We don't want to pay full cost. So you get a 25% discount. So a lot of people sign up for that. That's why I signed up. A lot of times we love health and fitness. I didn't always love health and fitness, but when you're doing the workouts and you're getting healthy and you feel good, you start to love health and fitness because it changes your life. So a lot of times we love health and fitness. A lot of times coaches are people who want to help others. They want to change lives. I have a lot of coaches that come to me and say, I have a lot of friends and family I want to help. That's why I want to sign up. So a lot of people are just in this because they truly have that heart of that they want to help everyone else feel as good as they feel. They're real people who are working on their own journey. I love this part because you just heard me and Stephanie tell our stories. We are not perfect. We still struggle. We both said that. We're just regular people. We're just moms who are trying to get healthy and who are using this coaching business for support and accountability so that we can help other people do it too. And then we're products of the product. We actually use the stuff. Like I do the workout programs. Stephanie does the workout programs. My coaches do the workout programs. And a lot of us drink Shakeology. Almost all of us drink Shakeology. So we're actually people who are using these things and can speak to them. Does that mean that's all you have to do? Like, let's say you like to run or something, you can do that too, but you do have to have some type of passion about something with Beachbody. What we are not, a lot of times people will tell me they don't want to be a coach. Their number one reason is they're not a salesperson. Well, Sean, I'm not a salesperson. And I'm always a little offended. I'm like, am I a salesperson? And they're like, well, no. Like, did I push a hard sale on you? And they're like, no. You know, did I disappear when you didn't buy something? No. Our job isn't to just sell to people. If it was, I would try to push a sale on somebody and I would have disappeared when Stephanie didn't want to buy something. Our job is to help people and to share what we're doing and then to support them if they decide to jump into it with us. If they don't, it's to give them resources and give support too. But our goal isn't just to have somebody buy something and then walk away and be done with it. Our goal is to actually have people invest in their health and fitness and then support them. We're not fitness trainers. We're not nutritionists, personal trainers, none of that kind of stuff. I am none of those things at all. And I am a very successful coach. So we have these things that are called workout programs and nutrition plans that Beachbody has created with the best of the best. I use those to help my people. I connect them with the right resources. That's my job. My job is not to create a workout for them or to create a meal plan for them or to personally train them. And the last thing is a lot of times people will be like, well, Beachbody is a pyramid scheme. First of all, pyramid schemes are illegal. If it was, Beachbody would be shut down in a second. But also on top of that, in a pyramid scheme, and I won't go into all the details of it, but basically the people at the top are the only people who have success and no one can ever bypass them. And that's not how this company works. If Stephanie dives into this, she can surpass me in a heartbeat. It's the people who are going to come into this and work. And you don't just get success by signing people up into the business. You have to actually help them succeed too. So it's the type of, if it was a pyramid scheme, we just sign you up and disappear. But as you're going to find out in a minute, we spend a lot of time helping you succeed too. So why is Beachbody special? Well, first of all, it's because we offer everything. There's a lot of multi-level marketing fitness companies and shakes companies out there, and I haven't really found one yet that does the fitness, the nutrition, the support, all the pieces that you need to be successful. So if you dive in and you do all three of these things, you're going to find success in getting healthy and staying healthy. Like I said, we focus on fitness, financial freedom. There's a lot of opportunities for traveling and personal development, growing yourself. We do accountability groups and coach training. So there's a lot of teamwork stuff here. You're not on your own. You don't sign up and you're kind of put off in this section. You're given accountability for your health and fitness goals, and you're given training so that you can actually learn how to be a successful coach. These are some of the team transformations. So we need to update this. This is from like a year ago, but still some of these are amazing coaches. We could fill probably 4 screens, 5 screens now with different coaches who have had success with the programs and Shakeology. But part of our job isn't just to build a business from home and to help other people, but to also work on our own health and fitness goals. Obviously, Stephanie and I have been working on that, but we also have a whole team that are also doing it with us. So how do you sign up? I'm going to give you more details about what you get if you do sign up, but let's say you listen to me and Stephanie's stories and you were so inspired and you actually want to sign up to coach. You would contact the coach who referred you to this call or had you watch this webinar, and they'll give you the information how to sign up. It's really easy. You do it right online. There is a startup fee of $40 to start your coaching business, but it is waived if you've bought a challenge pack in the past or you buy one when you're signing up. A challenge pack is a workout program and a month's worth of Shakeology. So if you invest in your health, then Beachbody basically gives you that first month free and they waive your startup fee. There's no penalty. So if you decide to cancel tomorrow, you say you sign up and 2 days later you say it's not for me, you basically just have to email them a form And that's how you cancel. They don't want you to be a coach unless you want to be a coach. So there's no year contract or inventory or any crazy stuff that's going to hold you to being a coach if that's not what you want to do. You do pay a monthly fee of $15.95. That's all you pay. It's the only thing you have to pay as a basic coach. And it's your website fee. So you get a bunch of websites from Beachbody when you sign up for people to order through. That's what they call it. They call it your business fee. It's to cover your websites, for them to do all the inventory, all the shipping. They do all of that work. So what do you get if you sign up? Like I just said, you get websites. You also get an online office that tracks all your orders and all your challengers. You get a 25% discount on the product. So basically, if you're getting Shakeology every month, you're throwing money out the window if you're not being a coach. So what I always tell people, I'm like, you save, I think it's like $18 to $20 a month after taxes. It depends on where you live, United States or Canada. But I mean, when you add that up over a year, you're talking over $200. It's like 2 free bags of Shakeology almost by the end of the year. So it's really crazy how much you can save. That's even after you paying the $15.95 per month to be a coach. So a lot of people do it to save on the Shakeology. You can grow a business or just get the discount. Love this. It's your choice. You can do in between. You can do either or. You can switch. You can start with one and go to another one. It doesn't matter. Beachbody doesn't care. There's no sales quotas as a new coach. There's no, you have to sell a certain amount of stuff to be a coach. You pay that $15.95, then you're considered a coach. Get a 25% commission on anything you sell. You can also build a team, and that can lead to other bonuses. So having a team and helping them succeed can lead to them fiscally supporting themselves and also helping you. You can get different leads. So customers that are given to you that don't have coaches from Beachbody, it's something you get if you hit a certain goal in Beachbody's programs. And then you also get to know about the new upcoming programs and specials. A lot of free trainings. There's trips, talk about in a minute. We do support, we do team calls, we have webinars. You sign up to be a coach on Team Inspiration, which is what we call our team, our big team, then you're going to dive in. And if you want to do this, people are going to have your back. You can get rewards while you're coaching. If you're finding success, you can earn free trips. I went to Cancun. Here's a picture of it from last year. I want to go back now. But me and my husband went and called it our 10-year wedding anniversary. We would have never been able to afford a trip like that. So that was pretty amazing to be able to go for free. And then this year I'm going on a cruise with my mom for free. I've already earned it. And so it's just bonus just for helping people. They also do monthly Success Club prizes. This month they're giving us a bunch of workout programs if we hit Success Club, which is basically meaning we've helped a certain amount of people per month, which is the main goal in this business. So if you help people, they reward you with prizes. And then we also do bonus Team Success Club prizes. This month it's a fun bracelet, but every single month we try to do something fun to just to give those who succeed a little extra bonus for just saying, you know what, good job, you hit that goal and you helped a certain amount of people. So what do you get if you join our team? So our team, I call it Team Inspiration. Stephanie's one of my coaches. This is my success partner, Annie, which in the coaching world means that we work together on trainings and different things. And then it's a picture of our team from the summit conference that we went to. But you get support on a team page, but also one-on-one. So if you dive into this and you say, I want to do this as coaching, then you're going to get trainings and support from your upline coach, questions, anything like that. They're going to help you with that. You're going to get accountability by being a coach, but also from our team. I do challenge groups if my coaches want into them. I always tell them, jump into the ones that you need to get into if you need extra support. You get personal development, so you're going to grow as a person. You get mentoring one-on-one, like I said, and then you also get the trainings, which I've kind of already talked about. So that is it. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. So if you have any questions, I'm going to stop the presentation and Stephanie can unmute herself. And I'm going to pull up on my phone. I didn't put a questions thread in the event invite. So if you have questions, post it right in the event invite. I'm trying to go really quick right now. Let's see. Post questions here. So if you have any questions for us, post them below. And if you're listening to this recording and it's close to the date that we did this, and you were part of the event invite, you can always go post questions in there or message any of us coaches any of your questions. Let's see if anybody, did I miss anything, Stephanie?
No, not from what I've got.
Okay, we'll give it like another minute or so.
I also wanted to add, I had made a note, but didn't say it as I was not reading my notes. Coaching's given more purpose to my life. I realized that the amount of time I was on Facebook before is now spent connecting with people and helping people in their health and fitness goals. The only TV time I have is if I stay up till midnight watching Netflix in the evening. And I'm more people focused when I go out in public, when I'm in my community groups, when I'm with my friends and family. I'm finding myself to be more personable and people focused than I was before. So I meant to add that in and forgot to say that.
I agree. Those are good ones. And I'm not seeing any questions. So I'm thinking we're beyond our time here. They should be seeing this. So since it's 9:45 at night, I'm gonna call it a night so Stephanie and I can go enjoy our nights. But thank you guys for jumping on. I know I speak for our whole team, no matter who had you jump onto this webinar or has you listened to it. We'd love to have you join us. So contact the coach who referred you to this if you're interested in jumping in. Okay, bye everyone.
Bye.